All right, then everybody, this is Yara here, and I'm over here with Ryan that got first place out of the locals here at Game Master in Rowlett, Texas. And what are you playing, Ryan?
I'm playing Phantom Knight Virtual World.
Phantom Knight Virtual. I couldn't believe this when I heard this. And yeah, I guess, do you have any shout-outs or anything you want to say before we start?
Oh yeah, shout out to Chris, Christian, Neem, my buddy Zach, my brother here. Let's see. That should be about it.
Okay, sounds good, Ryan. So you want to show us the deck profile then?
Yep. Start off with monsters. 3 Lily, 3 Lala, 3 Lulu, 3 Gigi, pretty standard. We also got the 2 Nanyan and 1 Tam Tam.
I love the higher rarities. Do you prefer this or the ultras?
I prefer the higher rarities. In my opinion, they look really nice.
Yeah.
The only one I wish this one that got rather an ultra or prismatic.
Yeah.
Not seeing Tata on a higher rarity is kind of disappointing.
Yeah.
Next up is the interesting part of the deck. Phantom Knight core. Play 3 Torn Scales, 2 Silent Boots, 1 Cloak, 1 Ragged Gloves, and 1 Stained Greaves.
And how did you come up with this? What was the theory behind this? I've never heard of this before.
So the theory behind this actually comes from the Phantom Knight deck itself. Currently in the format, they are scales is 1 card Rusty Bardish. And I thought to myself, hey, the one thing that I would really like to do in Virtual World is, set Fog Blades and make my opponent suffer through having to deal with Phantom Knights. Plus, it's a lot of fun to play Phantom Knights game 1 and then switch up and play Virtual World game 2 and watch them go, you switch decks? So yeah, Boots is free summon. Stained Greaves is free summon. Is also free summon. This is just search. This is in case I need to trigger Torn Scales and Grave, which comes up a lot more than I thought it would. I'm so glad I put this card in during testing.
Are you okay with the ratios, or would you up some?
Yes, the ratios are perfect. I tried Boots at 3 and it bricked. Cloak is perfectly fine. Ragged Gloves, I was considering taking this out, but then it came in clutch too many times for me to. Same with Stained Greaves. Stained Greaves is a key player in the deck. It comes in clutch. It wins me games. It's just free summons. And then combo extenders. I'm running the Speed Road engine, which who doesn't love? Terror Top, which is sadly at 1. I'd be playing this card at 3 all day. And then Tekatama. And then I'm also playing something that I actually haven't seen in a Virtual World deck yet, is the Danger Engine.
Yeah, I haven't seen this before either. You like it because it's level 3, basically?
Oh, it's level 3, it's dark, it gets me into rather Cherubini or into Rusty. And rather that, or it just helps me Synchro Summon. Plus, I can pitch one of these off Torn Scales, and they trigger. I would be playing Nessie, but it doesn't work as well with the deck.
Makes sense.
Onto the hand traps. 2 Ash, 2 Nib. I tried to cut down the ratios because the original didn't have. I kept seeing like double Nib or double Ash or some mix of the two, and it ended up clogging up the deck a lot. Especially since this is a 45 card list. Spells. The obvious 3 Kunlun, 3 Quinlong. The shameful singular emergency teleport. I need a second copy of this card.
Oh, okay, so you will be running the second one, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Then we have Rhoda for the Phantom Knights. And of course we're playing Called By and Foolish. All of these are mandatory and extremely useful. I cannot tell you how many times Quinlong's come up, especially in my last game. That was interesting. And then finally for the main deck, we have the traps. So I run one normal trap. That would be Shade Brigandine. This card is part of main combo in order to make Rusty Bardish. This is your third monster, and it plays beautifully because this triggers Stain Greaves. This this is it's a body just to block your opponent if it comes up. Which, in a couple of my games it did. Drawing this card's not a brick; it's just an extender. Because if you see this, then you go into regular combo and you just search Fog Blade instead of this. On the continuous traps, 2 Chuchi, 2 Fog Blade, and 1 Zhongwu.
Perfect.
Fog Blade is an amazing card. And the fact that no one else thought about this before I did, it kind of baffles me.
Yeah.
Do you want to go on to the extra deck?
We can go to extra deck.
Alright. So, onto where the deck doesn't quite make sense. 1 Shirabini, 1 Rusty. The Link Monsters in Virtual World. So Cherubini, this card's fun. This card gets you send as cost, so this is amazing. We just send Nyan, and that gets you your Virtual World card on field for the rest of the deck. I've had so many people try to Ash this card before. Like they Ash or they try and Veiler it, and I laugh. It's great. Next is Rusty. This card is actually the most hit card that everyone tends to go after. They Ash it, they Veiler it, they Imperm it. I think I only resolved it like twice. And it's funny because like half the time I don't need to resolve this card. Also, this card can trigger Zulkin, which is amazing because free trigger of Zulkin instead of me having to have a spell attack.
I didn't even think of that. That's insane.
Yeah.
It's that weird like improv effect they look at.
Onto the synchros. Charge Warrior, Coral Dragon, Mud Dragon. These are just the Sync 6s. All of these are amazing. This makes Kaliga. This says destroy a card and then draw a card when it leaves field. It's a tuner. And this just says draw a card, which comes up way more often than I'd like to admit. Sync 9s, Shen, Crocodragon, and Vermilion. Pop card or add a tuner from Banished. Draw and pop, and my opponent cries. This and Sigma kill Striker. And then playing the Zulkin package and Sigma.
How often did you make Sigma? Do you like that card on Metro?
Oh, Sigma is amazing. It's super easy to make, and unless your opponent can make something with over 3k, which is highly unlikely, they're not killing this card. And even if they do, I can just put it back and summon it again, like I did in my last match today. He killed it with access code by just swinging over it. I banished it off Shen, brought back Shen, and then used Quinlong to banish Nyan and just put him back and summon him again. And that was amazing.
Beautiful.
Zulkin was hilarious today. Everyone kept trying to attack into it and kill it. And it was funny because you can't, because there's another synchro on field. And Crystal Wing, negate, big beefy boy. Also another thing is you can make Mud Dragon, or you can make Kaliga with Mud Dragon and Bardish.
Oh, okay, that's pretty.
Because sometimes having Kaliga on field for turn 3 is great. On to the XYZs. Number 75, M7, and then Zeus. I have yet to summon Zeus. I put it in this deck, and I'm starting to regret it because I never have to go into it. Ironically enough, I'm not playing Breaksword in a Phantom Knight Virtual World build. It just doesn't come up. And finally, for the extra, the one Kaliga.
No, Kaliga.
This card's amazing. It makes my opponent regret playing, and yeah, it's super easy to summon too. Onto the side. Play triple Phantasme because drawing cards is fun, and I don't like when my opponent targets stuff. I side one Ash and one Nibiru because on the occasion that my opponent's playing something that draws a lot, I hit that. They summon a lot, I hit that. And I'm also playing the Gamma package. I side this because more often than not, this becomes a brick.
Oh, okay.
One of my previous games, I drew Driver and Gamma, and I had to go into Phantom Knight combo because I didn't have everything I needed for Virtual combo. I needed a Virtual name on field because all I had in hand was Lily. So I had to do that, and my opponent just veilered the Torn Scales, and I couldn't do anything.
Right.
And then the rest on Harpies. I side the third Fogblade, Reboots, and Evenlys.
Evenlys. Oh.
Oh yes.
How do you like Evenlys?
Evenly is amazing. I had a game where it was just about run down to time. My opponent had 5 back rows set, which is always scary. So I even lead, and still in. And then from there, they. Was it Solemn Warning? It was Solemn Warning. They halved their own life points, and then time was called. No, Judgment. My bad, Judgment. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. And again, shout out to my buddy Christian. He got me all these. Phantasmes and the reboot, which is Euro, which is nice.
Nice. I love the deck. Here you heard it here first with Ryan right here. So thank you so much, Ryan, for the deck profile.
Of course.
Bye.